This video is about CELPIP speaking. Most of you think CELPIP is testing English. For task 5 to 8, CELPIP is often testing something deeper. Can you make decisions when information is incomplete? Think about real life. Nobody gives you perfect information, right? When you buy a phone, choose a college, solve a workplace problem, or discuss an opinion, you never know everything. Yet, you must still decide. The highest scoring candidates sound confident because they understand a powerful principle. Good communication is not about being correct, it's about being reasonable. And that's exactly what task 5 to 8 reward in self-help speaking. Today, I will show you why. When we are talking about task 5, the task is about comparing and persuading, right? Most of you think I need to choose the better option. Wrong. The examiner already knows both opinions have options. The examiner already knows both options have advantages. The real challenge is, can you build trust in your recommendation? Imagine your friend is choosing between two apartments. Apartment A, it's very close to work, expensive but very small. And apartment B, it's bigger, cheaper, and very far from work. Many of you immediately begin listening features, but humans rarely make decisions using features. They make decisions using priorities. Watch this. If I'm saying, like, I think apartment A is good because it is close to work, apartment B is also good because it is larger. However, apartment A is better. Nothing is wrong, but nothing is persuasive, right? If you are giving your opinion like this, if your main goal is saving time every day, I would definitely recommend apartment A. Although it costs more, being close to work means you avoid long commutes and have more free time. Over a year, that extra time can make a huge difference in your daily routine. Apartment B is larger and cheaper, but I believe convenience will improve your quality of life more. Notice something? The speaker is not selling an apartment. The speaker is selling a future. That's persuasion. Okay? So remember this golden rule. People don't buy products, they buy outcomes. Whenever you persuade, stop talking about the option, start talking about the future it creates. Now, when we come to task 6, dealing with a difficult situation, right? So, this task usually creates panic. The reason is many of you think that you need a perfect solution, but real life doesn't work like that. Imagine the situation: you borrowed your friend's laptop, you accidentally damaged it. Now you must explain. Many candidates become robotic in this situation. For example, they say, like, I'm sorry, I damaged your laptop. I will pay for it. Problem solved. Not really, because communication is not only about solutions, right? It's also about your emotions. Humans want two things: a solution and, of course, recognition of their feelings. Let's upgrade it. Now, listen to this response. Hi, Sarah. I need to apologize for something important. While I was using a laptop yesterday, it accidentally slipped from my desk and the screen was damaged. I completely understand that you may be upset because the laptop is valuable and you trusted me with it. I take full responsibility for what happened. I have already looked into repair options and I would be happy to cover the cost. I truly appreciate your understanding and I hope we can resolve this together. Can you notice what happened here? The speaker did not merely solve a problem, the speaker protected a relationship. That's what strong communicators do. Remember, every difficult situation has three parts: acknowledge, accept responsibility, offer action. If you miss one of them, then the response feels incomplete. Okay? Now let's move on to the task 7, expressing opinions. This task reveals a fascinating mistake. Candidates often believe, my opinion must be interesting. No, your opinion must be expandable. Let me explain. Imagine the question: should schools require uniforms? Many of you spend your valuable time trying to find the correct opinion. There is not one. The secret is choosing the opinion that gives you the most reasons. Now, listen this. I think uniforms are good. Now what? Brain struggles. I believe school uniforms should be required because they create equality, reduce distractions, and help students focus on learning. Immediately, the answer creates three roads, right? Equality, distractions, focus. Now the speaker has somewhere to go. I believe school uniform should be mandatory for several reasons. First, uniform creates a sense of equality because students are less likely to compare expensive clothing brands. They reduce distractions and allow students to focus more on academics. Another advantage is that uniforms help schools develop a stronger sense of identity and community. Although some people argue that students should have complete freedom of expression, I think the benefits of uniforms outweigh the disadvantages. Overall, uniforms contribute to a more focused and inclusive learning environment. Notice something important here. The opinion itself is ordinary. The structure is what makes it powerful. So, your opinion is the trunk. Your reasons are the branches. The bigger the branches, the longer you can speak. Got it? Now, the final task, task 8, describing an unusual situation. So, this task confuses many of you because you think I need to explain something strange. Actually, you need to explain why it is strange. There is a huge difference, right? Imagine you see a man walking a pet kangaroo through a shopping mall. Many of you simply describe a man is walking a kangaroo. Done. Nothing more. But unusual situations become interesting when we compare them to expectations, right? For example, this situation is quite unusual because kangaroos are not animals that people typically keep as pets, especially in public places like shopping malls. The man appears completely comfortable while the people around him seem surprised and curious. Some individuals might even stop to take photographs because this is not something they would normally see during a regular shopping trip. Perhaps the kangaroo was part of a special event, or maybe it belongs to a licensed animal trainer. Whatever the reason, the scene would certainly attract attention and create excitement among shoppers. Now you can notice the technique here. The speaker keeps answering one question: why would people find this surprising? And suddenly the response becomes rich. So you need to look carefully at task 5 to 8. Task 5, you choose between futures, and in task 6, you repair relationships, and in task 7, you build arguments, and in task 8, you explain surprises. These are not language tasks, these are human tasks, and that is why memorized templates often fail. Templates produce sentences, but CELPIP rewards thinking. The candidates who achieve the highest scores are not the ones with most complicated vocabulary. They are the ones who can make decisions, solve problems, defend their ideas, and explain unexpected situations like real people do every day. When you stop treating tasks 5 to 8 as English exercises and start treating them as human communication challenges, your responses become more natural, more convincing, and far more memorable. That's all for today's video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more self tips. See you in the next video. Bye bye.